We look extremely elegant
Yes,
in
you
our
do.
dual platters.
Next time you want to stop for a wee, you'll put a requisition in and I'll get it stamped.
It's an early night for Phil Bowen. Filming Phil from the other bed, Rosie despairs of ever getting through to him.
He has an outer, very engaging friendliness that extends to everybody, but I haven't found a level of warmth beneath that. But I do find it very difficult to be here, living in such close proximity with somebody and not sharing feelings, being so detached, I suppose, is the word. I do feel quite profoundly homesick now and very lonely. It's being in this mob of people who talk about cars all the time, and times and competitions, and who don't seem, except for a few, like Melissa and Dan Orter, able to acknowledge feelings at all.
No travelling today. Francesca and Jennifer are trying on Muslim clothes they bought in one of London's Indian quarters.
There we are. That's what you have to wear. Totally covered up wrists, ankles, head area, not just your top, because I had this wrapped around as a turban. I didn't like that very much.
They thought she was a cross-dresser. Only men wear turbans.
So we have to wear this for a week now, and this is the first day and I'm irritated already. You try wearing it when you have to do anything to the car. Crawling underneath it, this just gets wrapped in a jack. I mean, you name it. And we've got to do it for 7 days. Lovely. I'm going off for a cup of tea now.
And then to a yard that's become a car clinic for the day.
Certainly a lot going on.
David Bull's rest day task is to get his headlamp mounting back in shape after what the tractor did to it. Resourceful man, David, he has a plan.
Explain to you, right, what this is about.
Come on, come on.
I'm going to put this piece of pipe
Behind the
Go on.
headlight.
Go on, yes.
behind here.
Yes. This is to repair the damage when you drove
Contact.
into that tractor, isn't it, darling?
Yes, my love, yes. It's going on there.
Yes.
You put a rope or a chain on there,
And then you're going to just...
and I'm just going to pull it out with a bit of luck.
People are bashing.
It's going to be like new.
You will.
Today we're on the road further into what used to be Persia, led by a 1949 Cadillac breezing along the fine Iranian roads.
I think the Iranians are trying to take care of our every need. After the petrol vouchers, we got along the road about 80 kilometres, I suppose, to a police checkpoint. They flagged us down and handed us a big carrier bag of biscuits. So we're now being fed. We got some crunchy stuff, corn bits, various types of crackers. They look all right. Got all sorts of bits in here, so looks like we're set. All we're going to do is eat it. Got nowhere to keep it. Could throw it at the Fords, I suppose.
The two Ford coupes are becoming a threat to the Jeep's narrow lead. Lord Montague has become our sightseer-in-chief.
This is the great fort of Argybam, going back to the 12th century, entirely made out of mud, and obviously a very important post here in the desert. Coming into the fort.
Quite impressive, really.
Rainstorm that washed it off with water.
This is a really incredible sight inside this fort. It really was a complete city. It almost reminds one of Pompeii in a way. There's the citadel up there.
Except that they wouldn't have had this cement. They'd have had to do it all with mud and grass.
Is it cement or is it just whitewash?
Oh, do you think it's whitewash?
Here you see the straw and the mud mixed together. Goodness knows how long ago, but it certainly stood the time very well.
Well, so look, everything's made of mud and straw. Or, as we call it in England, wattle and daub.
This, I think, is the mosque, which has been restored recently. Armed guard, very correctly, come to the fort.
Still in the lead is Fingers Phil. It's not what he planned.
You said you didn't want to be running first.
Yeah.
And you are.
Yep.
What about it?
We just have to. We're stuck with it. Let's hope we can keep stuck with it.
Some people just can't help it, huh?
Yeah. I'm waiting for this little gremlin to jump off my shoulder and chew me balls or something.
You're looking very good this morning, Phil.
Thank you.
Sheikh of Araby?
Yeah, possibly. This one Iranian guy says to me, "You look like an Arab." I said, okay. He said, "We shoot Arabs in Iran." He said it with a smile on his face, but I'm not quite sure, you know, what he was going from.
One of the Aston Martins from the early James Bond period. It'll have no need of the built-in machine guns and ejector seat on these peaceful roads. Each car is a miniature world for 2 or 3 people, each with its own varying moods: boredom, excitement, intimacy, anger, laughter. In the Bull family's world on wheels this morning, Helen is snoozing while her daughter gently needles her husband.
So far this morning, the road seems to have been very good.
Yes, yes.
Reasonable.
What was that? What was that?
Reasonable.
Reasonable, eh?
Well, they are good really. We're just kind of a bit clunking on the front, but I think that's a shock absorber mountain again.
Well, you did drive it into a tractor, let's face it.
But he said that once.
Well, I didn't want anybody to forget it.
After a quiet night in Kerman, we'll make Isfahan today. Iranian money is in short supply, but Rosie has managed to make the hotel change some.
Give me money, lend me money. We haven't been able to change money since the Iranian border. Phil and I have not been able to buy water today, so I've just thrown a major wobbler, and one of the staff has lent me $100. So at least we can get a drink. Not an alcoholic drink, but a drink. Phil? I've done a Phil. Look, I've got money.
How'd you manage that?
By throwing a major tantrum in reception.
We finally got some money.
Got money.
Look, next time you're in the airport somewhere posh, right, like the Heathrow or something, don't go to the Rio de Change and throw a wobbly, because they give you it anyway. It's just in Iran that there's problems. So we're rich. What's that, 10p?
It's $100.
Great.
Let the wagons roll. There's a Peugeot, a Chevrolet Estate, Our oldest surviving competitor, the Dutch-driven 1927 Mercedes, the Australian-driven Rolls-Royce that was built to carry the Queen in Australia, Helen and her daughter Angela on the way to the Rover, the American Bill Binney's 4.5-litre Bentley, and the Lanciers caught up again with Fabio and Roberto. The 1951 MG-Y really has no business still being here. It's a doctor's car, not a rally car. Today, the oil gauge is falling. Lisa, the Dutch driver, and James, the English navigator, are hearing a nasty knocking noise. Could it be the dreaded big ends? They need to find one of the rally mechanics.
Big ends. You'll have to take some off and sing, won't you? Okay. So have you got any spares? No. Well, S found that somebody will probably be able to make you some. They're easy enough to make. What's happened?
I don't know, a strange noise in the engine, and we don't know exactly what it is. He gives enough pressure, but he's nailing.
It's been running very well for a long time, this one, isn't it?
It is. Or it was, I don't know. We have to find out.
So what's going through your mind at the moment?
Oh, not much.
Well, that's a nuisance, isn't it? It was going so well. Yeah. Eh? Marvellous. Still, a big end isn't the end of the world, is it? You probably get some machined up for a tenner.
Yeah, it's the high speed, isn't it? I mean, the roads are dead flat. It's the high-speed driving now, 120 kilometres all the time, and if there's a little bit of wear there or something that started off in India, it's going to manifest itself now. It's a pity.
It takes a lot to wring praise out of the rally director, the Hannibal of the Himalayas, Philip Young, but she has done it.
Look at the Dutch girl in that little MG, flying along, hammer and tong all the time, pedal to the metal. Tiny little car, really unsuitable for, is never designed to drive around the world. She's been up there in the top 20 for most of the month, and now she's broken it. She's out there mending a big end. She's going to start again tomorrow. Will not give up. And this do or die, you know, they just, it's an incredible spirit.
These two have teamed up. The Bugatti is small and delicate, like a Fabergé egg on wheels, and the white BMW is no heavyweight. Both offer little protection for their crews, and they've become companions of the road. When Mr. W.O. Bentley designed his fast lorries, as his rivals called them, can he have imagined that 3 of them would be crossing Persia 70 years later? The Danish driver, Kjell Jessen, has been listening to his Bentley's venerable engine music.
It sounds like a tiger moth going lazily over your lawn or something like that on a summer Sunday. So it's very unstressed. It cruises at 1600 RPM in overdrive, and it's like a Sunday outing.
Mr. Bentley would be very pleased to be here and see this, I think.
He's looking down, I'm sure.
There are the 2 British Bentley boys. Is it Bertie Wooster and Hooray Henry? Nope, it's Adam and Jonathan.
What have you done with it? You've got it, don't wind me up. You've had it, you had it. Oh, today. Boyd, it's very nice to see you. No, it isn't. It is nice to see you, Boyd, because we don't have a problem. What are you doing here?
Too Tall Don is gathering friends as usual.
And this is Jones and Schneider, USA, 1997. Okay, that's for you. Najib, that's for you.
There's not a lot to look at in these parts. In the big old Mercedes, something Robert said to Etienne summed it up nicely for the Chelsea girls.
Robert in the Mercedes yesterday was driving along with his partner Etienne, and after a few hundred miles he said, "Well, Etienne, this is fuck all and a road, and a few more 100 kilometres past, another hour or so, and they crossed a railway line." And Etienne turned to Robert and said, "Well, Robert, this is fuck all, a railway crossing and a road now." And then they didn't speak again until they got to the hotel. That's all they said in 700 kilometres. Very funny, really.
Soon we're coming to a real oasis in this great nothingness, the fabled Persian city of Esfahan. In this part of Iran, only camels are comfortable. Our women have to be wrapped up in Muslim garb, and if they even let their hair show, they are harangued by local zealots.
There are scarf police, and if I'm caught with my scarf off, I'll be in trouble. But whenever we come to a town or a police stop, I put it back on. I hope you can hear us. It's far too hot to shut the windows.
No, it's just I've got to go to the loo for the last 100 kilometres, as usual. But there's absolutely no chance.
Stopping near a place called Nain, Helen's been trying to work out whether it's the Nain she's read about in the Bible.
I didn't know if Nain was closer to the Holy Land, but this is the only Nain I've ever met, ever come across, so maybe it's this one.
What do you think, Ange?
What was that, darling?
About anything?
Oh, right.
Sorry, I've only just arrived partway through this conversation. Are we moving on? Did you get a drink of Coke?
Did you have to pay for it?
No, do you want it?
Yeah.
I got it for you.
I'm not bothered about paying, it's just mucking about, isn't it?
Okay. They proffered us Coke and we said no thank you. Croak.
Bah, that's nice. Oh, excuse me.
That must be very nice.
The majestic old Delage rolls into a fuel stop. There's time to have a drink or to do a little flirting. John Dick is on the trip with his father, and Su Lin Wong is here with hers. This looks like a chance for boy meets girl.
This is different. So you don't want any of this?
You're really vain.
I'm really vain.
Whatever the subtext of this chat, the pretext is some sunblock for the lips.
All right. How vain you are for wanting that.
Father,
you really want some, don't you?
Like father, like
See,
son.
I knew it after all that. Okay, all right.
Like father, like son.
Yeah.
After 2 arid days of driving in Iran, the city of Esfahan is like a mirage. Are we welcome here? Iran's tetchy habit of offering rewards to anyone, anywhere who will murder opponents of its own brand of Islam has isolated this country. It's clear from the welcome we're getting that many here loathe what the Ayatollahs and the Zealots are doing to their reputation. We may be only a bunch of mad motorists on a balmy adventure, but just by coming here, we apparently confer some sort of Western approval. There's a hunger here for approval that you can feel all around you. Actually, not everyone is pleased to see us, but we won't be meeting the hostile ones today. The Bull family just want to get unpacked and into the hotel. And it is quite a hotel. It began as an inn with this yard where camel caravans rested. The Bull family takes a stroll and heads off for a meal.
We've just walked down from the hotel. And you can hear this idiot singing away. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But somebody's recommended an Iranian restaurant where you can eat the proper Iranian way. Where you sit on a table and get your feet up. What have you ordered to eat?
Chef's speciality, meat.
Meat?
Meat. Meat with lumps.
What have you ordered, Dave? What have you ordered to eat? Something spicy? Yep. What you got there, Ange?
This is salad.
Speak up, please, over the music.
Salad!
Oh, salad, right. All right, don't get cocky.
I have real Iranian stew, and then this is lentils with meat. This is raw onion,
Right.
cucumber, and lemon, or perhaps it's a lime.
It's a lime.
It's a lime. And so I think perhaps I'll probably leave the chili peppers on there a little alone.
Right.
Because I expect they'll be a bit hot. Otherwise, it's absolutely delicious.
At the hotel, Francesca skips dinner. As night draws on, she's still getting over lunch.
I had the packed lunch that they gave us in a very stupid mood, and I've been sick ever since.
She enjoyed it, in fact, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about food.
So,
Never mind. But Jennifer's looking very nice in her cardboard outfit. Unfortunately, it is direct from the bag, and as you can see, it's rather creased into cardboard shapes. It's a beautiful show-up. I mean,
stiff as
just show us your
anything.
legs, love. It's got sort of nice. Why don't we show them?
Large elephantine-sized.
Yes, they are rather on. Hadn't noticed that.
It's a day off, so naturally John Bayliss is up early to work on the Jeep with fingers Phil.
Come out to have a go at the Jeep, especially the speedo cable that's broken, so we've lost holder and everything, so we'll have a look at that. Do the oils and greasing. This is the car park before anybody's really arrived to do anything. I spin round, we have a nice attentive security guard.
This is Phil in his natural habitat. Are we sightseeing? Are we going to the bazaar? Are we seeing the mosque? Are we hell? Are we under the car? Yes.
Got a little problem.
So what's the problem now, Philip?
There's a dead dog near here. It's been dead about a month and it stinks.
Yes.
No, a core plug, which sits on the side of the engine. I'm just leaning in. Which sits on the side of the engine, holding the water in as it goes around to cool the engine. It's just started to leak. There's antifreeze and that running down. So we put some Radwell in, which is like a radiator sealant. It seals little holes and hopefully it'll stay bunged. So we'll see.
The sights of fabled Esfahan beckon Lord Montague. Carless, he's become our unofficial director of antiquities, and the 17th century mosque is a must.
Inside the mosque, amazing tile work, all inlaid. This Masjid-e-Iman mosque is a wonder of the Islamic world. They built the mosque and did all this in just 26 years.
It was built by a prince. It's not as holy as the other mosque because it was built by a prince rather than a man, but it's an expression of love and faith. And it's an incredible piece of architecture. You can't. I mean, this is sort of like St. Paul's in Isfahan.
Melissa has found the secret of the mosque.
That's amazing.
Across the square there's a bazaar with miles of shops. For most of the drivers, shopping is off limits. When your car is full of spare parts, how many Persian rugs can you carry? But for Tony and Melissa and Howard, that's not a problem. Her father's jet is dropping in to pick up anything they happen to buy here. Maybe they can find some good tribal rugs. In here, their thoughts turn to food. Tony owns an oil company, and Melissa's family have a restaurant called the Halkin. Good living they know about. But by the time they get to the carpet shop, they're dreaming of simple dishes.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips is the best thing.
Fish and chips.
Sausage and
Put a bottle of chat on the top. Put a bottle of chat on the top.
with sausage and mash. There's no need for that. That's on top.
No.
Oh, I can't wait for spaghetti and white truffles.
That'd be good.
In the Halkin, they do an excellent risotto.
I know, very good.
With
Saffron.
Yeah, and they do a very good truffle risotto as well. I do full risotto during the truffle season. I'll take you there.
It's orgasmic, isn't it? Just talking about food.
That's something special, and it's not just new. It's like 25 years. It makes something like that 4 years to work together.
Do you have any tribals?
Tribal?
Yeah.
Tribal?
Old, good, really good tribals.
Okay. Buzz. Thank you.
Small. Bigger.
Back at the hotel, Francesca is chatting with one of her Italians. She's nearly over her food poisoning, but not quite.
I can't eat anything. I can't eat nothing. Podge's sign language is increasing as people don't understand what she's talking about. Sad.
At 5:30 in the morning, it's time to set off for a distant town called Hamadan. Collecting the strict schedule you have to follow if you're to avoid penalty points, it's Andy from Alabama on his first trip outside America. Ray Carr, at 73, our oldest driver, is first off in his 1939 Ford. Iran still seems pleased to see us. Bert, with one of the 3 little 600cc Citroens still in, goes burbling away, and we're on the road again. We just stopped for a little break and this chap joined us. What is it? I think we're both in quite a bad way. He's got very badly cracked heels, he was just showing us. Hey, heels, let's have a look. The heels here. Very nasty. Gave him a bit of cream for this. And I'm having one of those days when you stop the car every so often and disappear into the bush. Very dry mouth too. But he seems to be making signals that it's a great and glorious world. Every so often we look at the sky, don't we? And we go like this, huh? The sky. And he's given me a walnut. Yeah? You do it like this? Hey, look. We have luck. We have a walnut. The trouble is, I don't actually want to eat it or anything else today, but a little trouble. I think we're going to have some of this. Just exactly what I needed. Perfectly good walnut. Very good. Well, I think we've been in around 5 days now. Scenery's been all the same, just sand. And for about 3 days before that. I wish I could speak your language. Sometimes you feel really inadequate not speaking somebody's language. Anyway, as I was saying, it's been very dry for a very long time. 5 days of this, and I think the last 3 days in West Pakistan. But we've seen the odd tree now. Perhaps we're coming out of this. In Gordon the Volvo, the Chelsea girls have left their tummy bugs behind. The MG, which was towed into Esfahan making clunking noises, has had 2 days in intensive care to heal its illness.
Big ends were gone, and the crankshaft had some damage. So we made the crankshaft and tried to find other bearings, and we were lucky.